Hi crocheters of the world. In this tutorial I want to show you how to work this hourglass stitch. I name it like this because I have here a beanie worked with this stitch, and these seems to me to be little hourglasses, so that's why. Now that's why I named it like this. Now to work it we need a multiple of 6 plus 1, and as I said, here I have my beanie hat, slouch hat with this stitch, and this will be the next tutorial. But first of all I just want to show you how to work it in rows. So as I said, we need a multiple of 6 plus 1. I have here 19 chains for the swatch that I want to work now to show you how to work this stitch. So from here, from the last stitch, so 18 plus 1 it's 19, so it's 6 plus 1, 18, it's multiple of 6, 1, we have to add one more chain. Okay, so from here I will keep my finger here into the last chain, and I will chain 4. This chain 4 stays for the first triple crochet, because we will work all this stitch with triple crochets. So we insert the hook into the last chain of the multiple, so it's the 19th chain, okay, where you kept the finger, and work your first triple crochet and one more into the same chain. Now we begin and we end with 3 triple crochets, and the first one is the chain 4. Now yarn over twice, and we will work on the next 5 chains. We will work a cluster. So it means that we will insert the hook into the first chain and work the triple crochet, but we don't want to finish it, so we will let the last loop on the hook. Now again, yarn over twice, insert the hook into the next chain and work your triple crochet, but leave the last loop on the hook. Okay, now yarn over twice, the same thing into the third chain. Leave the last loop on the hook, yarn over twice into the fourth chain, work your triple crochet and leave the last loop on the hook, and into the fifth chain, work your triple crochet but leave the last loop on the hook. Now we have 6 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through all and chain 1 to secure, and this is our cluster. Now this, into the very next stitch we will work 5 triple crochets as a shell. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, and this is my shell of 5 triple crochets, and now again we will repeat these two things, so the cluster and the shell, and again the cluster on the next 5 chains. So insert the hook into the first and work a triple crochet, leave the last loop on the hook, into the second, work the triple crochet and leave the last hook on the loop on the hook, and again work the triple crochet, leave the last loop on the hook. Now we have 3, and again into the fourth chain, work the triple crochet and leave the last loop on the hook, and into the fifth the same thing. Okay, now we have 6 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through all 6 and chain 1 to secure. Into the very next stitch, chain actually now, because we are working on our first row work 5 triple crochets as a shell stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, and now again on the next 5 work the cluster stitch. So it's all about cluster stitch and shell stitch. But from the second row we will work front post and back post triple crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, now we want to join together, close together all 5 and chain 1 to secure. Now we have 1 chain left, and into this 1 chain we will work 3 triple crochets as we worked at the beginning of the row. 1, 2, 3. And we work 3 because actually it's a shell divided in twice. We cannot divide 5 in twice because it's a little bit difficult. So we put 3 and 3 at the beginning and at the end. Okay, now that we finished our first row, not round, we will begin again with the chain 4, which is our first triple crochet, and where we have a shell, and we begin with a shell of 3, we will work a cluster. So all the stitches in a cluster. Where we have a cluster, on the top of the cluster we will work a shell, but with the triple crochet front post triple crochet. So this is these are my 2 triple crochets at the beginning of the row, and I will insert the hook on the right side and around the post like this, and work my front post triple crochet. Leave the loop on the hook because now we have to work the cluster, work the second one like this, and now we are ready to close it and to chain 1 to secure. Okay, now we have a cluster here, so on the top of the cluster, actually into the chain 1 secure chain for the cluster, we will work 5 triple crochets. 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, so we have our chain, our shell. Now here where we have our 5 triple crochets shell, we will work the cluster, but front post. So yarn over twice, insert the hook around the first triple crochet and work a triple crochet, but leave the last loop on the hook. Around the second one, this is the front post, because we insert the hook around the post of it, but from the front. Into the next we will work the back post and we will insert the hook from the back. Now around the next and around the last one, the 5th one. Okay, now we have 6 loops on the hook, chain yarn over, pull through all and chain 1 to secure. Okay, now we have the cluster, and on the top of the cluster we work, so into the chain 1 we work the shell, triple crochet, 5 triple crochets, shell. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, now we have 5 triple crochet shells, so we will work the cluster, yarn over twice and work front post triple crochets, leave the last loop of each of your 5 triple crochets on the hook for the cluster, because we have to close them all together like this. And again for the last one, the 5th one, oops, okay, 6 loops on my hook, yarn over, yes, and pull through all 6, chain 1 to secure. Now we have the last cluster here, and on the top of it, so into the chain 1, secure chain here, we just want to work 5 triple crochets for the shell. Okay, and actually this is how we work our hourglass stitch, but we will just want to alternate the front post with the back post, that's all. So now I want to finish the round and row, and to finish the row I will work my first 2 front posts here together, of course, 1, 2, and the last one we just want to work it normally, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4 into the 4th chain of the beginning chain for work your last triple crochet. Now we have 4 chains on the hook, loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through all, and we finished our first row. And for the second we will work exactly the same, only that the cluster, we will work the cluster with the back post. So chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and here we have the chain of the last cluster of our 3 triple crochet. So into this chain I will insert the hook and I will work my 2 more triple crochets. So now I have 3 with the chain 4, and I can continue on, and here I have my 5 triple crochets of the shell. So I must work them as a cluster. So to work them as a cluster I will work with the back post. So to work with back post you will insert the hook on the right side of the stitch, but from the back. Okay, this is the difference. 1, keep the loop on the hook. Now 2, keep the loop on the hook, yarn over twice, insert the hook from the back and again to the back around the post, and again we just want to get go again on the, so to be again on the back side. Okay, and I have 6 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through all 6, and now we have the cluster. So into the chain, secure chain, we will work the shell. So this means that into this secure chain we will work 5 triple crochets, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, and now again we will work the cluster, but back post, because we worked front post on the other part. Now we will work back posts. Oops. So from the right into the right side of the stitch, from the back side, insert the hook and work your first back post, triple crochet, keep the loop, the last loop on the hook, and go on with the second and with the third and with the fourth and with the fifth. 6 loop on my hook, yarn over, pull through all 6 and chain 1 to secure. Now on the top of the cluster into the chain I will work my shell with 5 triple crochets. 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, and now on my 5 triple crochets of the shell of the previous row I will work my cluster back post, because I am working back post. So you can just try working only front post if you want to. There are different ways, so you can try that design too. Maybe you will like it, and it's maybe a little bit easier because the back posts are a little bit difficult to work than the front posts. Okay, so now I have my 6 loops on the hook and yarn over, pull through all and chain 1 to secure, and into the chain of the cluster of my 3 triple crochets I will work my last 3 triple crochets. 1, 2 and 3. Okay, so you have to continue on like this to obtain this beautiful result. Okay, so I just went on a little bit just to show you the stitch, how it looks. It looks very great, very nice to me. It's a lovely stitch, and you can see we have that little, I don't know, for me look like they look like hourglasses, but it is only maybe my imagination. The idea is that the stitch is really nice, and you have the back side, which is nice too. So hope you enjoyed this tutorial. The next one I'm sure will be a slouch beanie tutorial. So maybe you just want to make a neck warmer or a scarf with this stitch with your beanie. Okay, so see you at the next tutorial.